episode 10, live from Santorini.
Santorini.
We're here. In reality.
Do you know what I've just noticed when I was putting that camera on? I've got one earring in. Because I thought I always sit like this, so it's fine. I couldn't find the other one. So I'm going to be facing you like this way.
Anyway, we're not live from Santorini. We're back in your living room today.
Yes.
Going to do some
It's a nice day.
Lovely day for it today.
Yeah.
Good week.
Yeah, good. On my front, I don't think I've done anything. I said, didn't I was taking myself on a walk.
Oh, why you say you're taking yourself like you put yourself on a lead and off you go?
I'm taking myself on a, come on.
Like you 2 people. Actually, I'm about 10 people, so. Which sort are you taking?
I don't know. Depends what day it is. Pissed off Zara today. Being too pissed off Zara.
So you went? You didn't go, did you?
So I've been on my own a couple of times. Georgina's been up, so I've caught up with George. And yeah, just pretty. I've not had Theo this week, so I've done loads of reading and just chilled.
What a quiet week.
I know, but I do feel good.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, loads better.
I think once you learn to start spending time on your own, is a big thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, like, just being happy in your own space, taking yourself for a walk, like, I couldn't imagine you doing that quite a while back.
No. I'd be like, someone needs to come with me, I can't go on my own. Last week, when you going on your own up the cloud?
Is there a bear?
There was no bears.
There
was a massive dog though, like huge. I thought it was going to jump up like it would have been.
Really?
Yeah. I was a bit like starting walking a bit quick.
I would be scared in daylight to go on my own. I wouldn't go like Apedale or anywhere.
Oh really?
No, absolutely not. I mean, what if something? No.
No, it's quite busy though. It was really busy.
Yeah, I suppose the cloud is quite busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, quiet week.
Yeah, quiet.
No gossip.
No, and I've just been like enjoying my own time, and I don't normally do that at all. Like, I'm not talking to anyone, and I don't particularly want to. I'm like very much enjoy it. Like, I'm happy on my own.
And that's a lot, isn't it? And it takes time to get there. So and it's a nice space to be, like, just being happy and actually doing what I want to do. Yeah. And enjoy what I want to do instead of having to think about other people or got to message somebody back and
Yeah.
My week has been a mixture of emotions this week. So co-parenting is one of the hardest things to navigate at times, and that's no disrespect to my ex. It's just hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to find the right balance for the boys. It's hard because everybody's working hours are different. Yeah. And it's just hard. And it's hard sometimes because when you split up with somebody you didn't have kids with, you wouldn't have to communicate with them again. No contact, And that's great. But it almost feels like you've always got that communication, that connection with them. There's no cut-off point. And so for me, like, trying to find the right balance for the boys to be with me and be with the dad is hard. And and I think people forget, like, I'm a mum. Yeah. I still have to work. Yeah. I still have to do all them things. Yeah. I have to work around the children, and sometimes that's forgotten. Yeah. And I'm not just like, my life does revolve around them, and I don't, sometimes that isn't seen. Yeah. And that really annoys me. Yeah. All the negatives are seen rather than and like, you know what, like else. All I want, and I think, like, so it's been rocky, and it's not been rocky in the way that, like I say every time, Aaron's a good dad and he's fantastic with them, but we're just trying to navigate a whole new way of life, and that's hard because he needs a work-life balance. Yeah. I need a work-life balance. We all want the ideal world, so, but in the forefront of it all is the boys. Yeah. So for me, yeah, I think everybody goes through it, try and navigate the way through, muddle through, and try and find what's right for their family. But yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard going. But in regards, but do you know what? It'll find its way, won't it?
Yeah.
I always think
you're always
like,
going to have those up and downs, and I think the most important thing is you revolve it around the boys and
absolutely. What's
right for them. I could have been an absolute idiot with Dino, with Theo, because of how he treated me, but why would I do that?
Yeah.
It's always got to be about them,
yeah,
and not what's happened between you two.
And I think, you know what, like, I'm just here for a happy, peaceful life, and obviously Aaron is, so we just try and find what's best, what works for us, and some things do work, some things don't work, and it's try and find that happy medium. So for me this week it's been hard because we're trying to do that.
Yeah.
Aaron's trying to navigate a new life. I'm trying with my life and trying to get all that together and moving forward. It comes with its things, and I think a lot of people struggle with co-parenting.
Yeah.
And especially somebody who like works really long hours.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it is what it is, and you know what? It'll find its way. The boys are happy. They see the dad most weekends. You know, and that's great. Would I like to have them at weekends? Absolutely.
Yeah, especially when the sun's shining.
This is the hardest thing, like when now the weather's like this, right?
Yeah.
You just won't be with them.
Because you've got them in the week, but you can't do anything in the week. Well, especially when they're going, like with Theo, like football, rugby, cricket started now for him. You can't do it. And I think sometimes when you've had that in your marriage or in your relationship, and I had it as well with Dino, when there's two of you, you support each other in what they want to do. So like working long hours and things like that, yes, you wear a unit, but sometimes things have to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I work part-time so I can pick the boys up because that's what suited our family. Now I have to work full-time, and it's like
you have to,
you've got to, it's like, yes, this is shit what's happened, but some things do have to change in order for it to work.
And I think that's like, it's just hard just to find the right balance. Like so for me, like we don't have time from most nights we're out at football or just football,
literally
football, and I don't feel like I get to do the fun things, the nice things. So like, which I want to do, like the nice parts. Like I feel like I'm the mum that, you know, right, up for school,
go school, pick you up from school.
You know, do the boring stuff, and so, you know, I would like to have them at weekends, but you know what, they will. I think it'll sort itself out. But anyway, so that's my week really. Yeah, co-parenting. What else
my co-parenting's been quite good since we had the little.
I think if you found your way, your way with it.
And we've talked about it earlier, like with them having a baby and things like that. It just doesn't bother me at all. I don't know.
We just spoke about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
You showed me a picture of the baby.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know if it looked like Theo, but you know, it's like, because I said to you, like, how do you like feel? Because I'm trying to imagine it, like if he had a baby with somebody. I mean, it must bring so many different, like horizontal.
Yeah.
Like
well, when it first happened, obviously he's 4 months old now, and obviously we've been separated for 2.5 years. So it's taken me a long time to get there. I think if it would initially, because he did all those things, but he was still my husband and I was still in love with him. I had to break that. Yeah. Because, do you know what I mean? You've got to, when somebody else leaves, you haven't checked out. If, you know.
You still loved with that person and that life that you had.
It's that, isn't it? I think it's always weird when you see an ex with somebody else anyway.
Absolutely. And that isn't sometimes because you want them, it's just because.
Yeah.
But for you, it was perhaps actually.
And then she was like 22 or however young she is. I'm like, I mean, come on.
I'd be
absolutely fuming.
Honestly.
I know.
That is
like,
perhaps the worst thing ever, isn't it? If they go like for like.
Yeah, and she's quite pretty. Well, she is pretty.
I think it's owning your self-worth, isn't it? Again, and owning actually, she might be.
And now I am very much like, you know what? She is pretty. It is what it. But so am I, and that isn't like I don't feel like sad about it now. I almost think I'm happy for them.
Peace with that.
At peace with them because it is what it is. And I said everything happens for a reason. He wasn't the man I married anyway, because the man I married wouldn't do that.
Absolutely.
But then ultimately, was he always that person? And you just don't know, because I think when you're in that sort of relationship, you don't see it.
That's maybe an important thing to say. So when you had to stop loving him, like, that sounds horrific.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do it? It's like must be like.
It's like, what do people, I don't know, because obviously there was the cheating and things like that, so they do, but my self-worth was quite low at that point anyway. So I think, you know, I knew all of this and still begged him to stay. And now I wouldn't even entertain it. If I would not entertain it.
I think you begged him to stay because you were married and you almost are a unit and anybody would, you'd want somebody to, you know, you want, you know, what you want, you know, come on, let's fight for this. Like, what's going on? Why are you pulling back? This is our marriage, this is our life, this is our children. Yeah. So you're gonna do that, aren't you? But then now, I don't know, I think, would you still, if you were married, I'm sure you would, anybody would say stay. You didn't know at that point what was going on, did you?
But I always think, like, with the cheating thing, I'm always very much like, if someone cheats, everyone's different, aren't they? Especially when it's a bit like, what was it? Was it just like a one night stand? Was it this was obviously a long-term thing that was happening.
And I think you'd known that for months, because if I remember rightly, and I know so, is you were lost. You said your gut was telling you something's not right here. Your self-worth, you had no idea who you were, because you were just lost, because you could sense something but you didn't have any evidence of it. No. And then you would maybe, did you have the conversation with him? Did you ask him like why he changed and stuff like that?
Not really, no. It just ended at the Christmas party. That's when I had an absolute mental breakdown, because they were talking to each other and I just knew. I was a bit like, something's going on. Yeah. I mean, even to this day, it's very much like nothing was going on.
Yeah, but I think it's very, very thingy that it was. And we're not talking about this because we want to put them in front of a board. We're talking about this because this is real life things. Yeah. This is what happens, and this is like, actually,
shit does happen to you.
And it's about how you bounce back, and actually it takes a long time to bounce back. It's taken you a long time to get to this point
where I don't want any bag for them. Like, I could, like,
and I think it's fun. I think that's why we're talking.
I think like this month I said, didn't I? I don't want to sit here and say he's a dick, he's that, because I don't feel like that anymore. No. Yes, he hurt me, and I've accepted that. Yeah. And
that's why we did the podcast, to talk about the journey from that point of it, him going, is how have you managed to get to this point? Like, what did you do to become you? Yeah. And I think it's taken a lot of reading.
I know, a lot of reading.
A lot of horizontal.
Like, you go through phases, don't they? Whore phase. Whore phase. I'm not good enough phase. I'm going in. Going inwards. Then you go whore phase again. Dating.
Not dating.
No. Goodbye. See you later. Yeah. So no, I don't. And we said it before, didn't we? It's not to slag people off or anything like that, because
isn't it? Yeah. And you know what? I think maybe that's what you could share more about, how the feelings of like when you left, and then the way you are now is the journey of it, because you've done incredibly well. A lot of people would have just jumped straight into something and stayed in something because it was easier than healing.
And I did do that, didn't I?
You did, and you had a nice time with that, and that's okay. And I think since you've left that, you've realised actually how much work you've still got to do on yourself. And I still know that I have, but I'm okay with that. I was speaking to somebody, I honestly keep preaching to people about myself. Honestly, I'm like some sort of like anybody any woman I can talk to.
I'm murder with Tasha all the time. I'm like, Tash, don't text them back. Absolutely not. Goodbye. Honestly, don't text them back.
I was talking to a woman, and I was talking to her about, so she's a mum, and you know, and she's like, you know, I get no time for myself, and you know, I can't do anything, and I don't know who I am, and I don't know this and that, and I remember being her, that person, because we're so wrapped up, and sometimes we haven't got the time to do the work on ourselves, or go to the gym, or you know. And I said to her, I said, make time. And that sounds really difficult because some people literally don't have time, like, you know, maybe they don't, but I said, if you fill your cup like by, I don't know, waking up half an hour and doing half an hour in the morning at the gym, I don't know, if you fill your cup doing things that you love, taking time for yourself, you will show up better as a parent, as a partner, as anything. So like, I went through a phase where I felt guilty for doing things. So for going to the gym, or I don't know, just anything that didn't involve my kids, I would feel guilty about. And actually, I had to have a word with myself, and I still do, because I still do think like, God, you know, what you doing, you're a mum. And then I actually think, by me doing the things that I love in my spare time, so which would be exercising and everything else, I'm so much more, I show up so much more better as a parent, as a person. And just because we're mum, you are still human. And like, you don't just have to be mum. No. You can be who you are as a person as well. And I think, like, I try and honestly feel like having a sign, just embrace, like, work on yourself and just take that time. I think sometimes, not that it's an excuse or anything like that, but it's like, oh, I've not got time to do it. It's almost like, but do you want to do it? Do you actually want to? It's that mindset. It's that mindset. And I've read something the other day about, it's like manifesting, isn't it? And someone was saying, like, why am I meeting all of these shit men? And it's because you've put that already in your head. You put it out there. You put it out there. So you've convinced yourself, like, I'm going to meet a man who's going to be horrible to me. And that's what's coming. That's what you're attracting. You're attracting that. Energy. Yeah. So it's all about, you've got to, if you say that you can't do something, you're not going to be able to do it. You can't do that. Did we not talk about this with the supermodel? Was that sort of thing? That was that sort of vibe. And like, it's about the vibe you put out. So it's about, so I say that I will meet a man who will love me and take on the boys and give me a good life. Because that's what I want. And apparently, if that's what energy you give out, that's what you attract. I'll attract. So like, so for, I don't know, like, I'm here for so many women to say, you can be more than just mum, and actually be you, and show up for yourself, even if it means 10 minutes a day of reading or anything else. And like, I had a moment with the boys in the garden the other day. Makes me a bit emotional, actually. I actually feel a bit emotional. Okay. Because, like, when I left and I got my little house, and I was in the garden with the boys, and Oliver was cutting the grass and Jake was picking the grass up, and I just had a moment where I thought they would have never have had this mum if I hadn't have left. No. And I'm such a better version of myself. And I give them so much more and a better version of me. And I don't know, it was just like, I was proud of it because actually, because
when all these negatives happen as well, you do have to look back and say, actually, the kids wouldn't have had this version of me.
And I am such like a better version of being their mum. Like, because I'm happier in myself, and you know, and
you take time out to do things for you,
and it was just so nice. And I just watched them, and I thought, you've done it, Sarah. Like, you've walked away from something that didn't work, which is brave. It's brave for anybody to do. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen next. And I looked at him and I thought, because there's a lot of stigma almost around, which absolutely drives me mad, the broken family. And I watched them, and I just admire them so much, because they've been through a lot, you know, moving and starting again. It's not just about me. I've had to, it's them as well, whose life has been turned upside down. And you know, there's such well-balanced boys, and I don't, the stigma about the broken family needs to go, because families are so different. And there's a lot of people who say, well, if I leave, that my kids are going to be damaged. No, some kids would be more damaged witnessing an unhealthy relationship,
and it's what they see as normal as well, and they go into that.
And I almost feel like you're a role model. Like I role model to my children what I want them to be. I'm rearing them, bringing them up to be good adults, and actually what the choices I make, you would hope they will make. And it's like me exercising, all, you know, and it's them watching that sort of, actually, what does mum do, or what does dad do.
You do look after yourself. When you look after yourself as well, it's like you need to look after yourself. You know, if you know, not getting dressed up and feeling nice about yourself, it doesn't, it projects so differently to them.
I hate that, the broken family thing.
Fell out.
So, because, you know, my children aren't, it's of course it'll affect them. It does. But actually, things are going to happen in the boys' lives that are perhaps going to be difficult.
Anyway.
And I said to them, it's about, you know what, it's not what happens. It's about how we bounce back. And and actually, Mel Robbins, I just read, in everything that happens to us is a lesson. What can we learn from this? Like, so for the boys, I said, this isn't ideal. And I know that it, you know, it's hard, but we will be okay. And I open a safe space for them to talk about it. And so I talk about a lot about my healing journey, but also the boys have been on a massive journey. But they're very lucky, because I nurture them and love them, and not like an Aaron does, to navigate it. But I know there's going to be hurdles all the time with it. But so I felt a bit emotional then, because that moment was big for me, because I was in my garden and I was like, you know what, you've done it. The boys are happy. They've got a happier mum. And I was here for
Tommy's rumbling. Are you hungry?
Stop.
She's hungry. Do you want a kebab in there?
There's a lot to be said about mums and mum guilt and showing up for yourself. It is okay for us to be something other than mum, because we are still human. And like, I am mum, but first and foremost in life, but I'm Sarah as well. I'm here for her. Absolutely.
In your crocheted top.
Crocheted, good, isn't it? Well,
You're very lucky today.
Oh, you're very lucky.
Very lucky.
Because I was like, oh, what did I say? I can't remember. What did I say? I was like, do you know what? Like,
you're feeling a bit what's it about yourself, aren't you? And you're like, well, should I put this on?
I was like, do you know what? Should I wear that? I tell you why, because my mother, Susan, she says to me, Sarah, oh, what's going on with you? I said, what do you mean, Mum? Well, you know, wearing that blazer with no top underneath. You know, it's a bit chaotic, isn't it? I said, chaotic? I said, it's just fat. Oh, it's a bit much. So when I was driving here, I was laughing to myself because I've got this top on, because I can't wait for a seat. Oh, Sarah. And then I thought, well, do you know what? She's very lucky I'm not in a string bikini. I work hard on my body. Yeah. I'm going to show it off.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you walked in here with your Crocs on and your bikini? I'd have been dead.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I was like, yeah, do you know what? Sue, just you wait. It's going to get a whole lot better.
Especially when summer comes, we'll be here with his fake tan.
Sunglasses. Actually, we couldn't do from outside though, could we? Because the light.
No, we'd be like that. My frown lines would be out in full force.
But yeah, it's so funny because my mum just doesn't get it. She just sees it as like, oh, how is Sarah? What's she doing wearing that? Mum. Yeah. It's just who I am.
Yeah. Wear what I want.
I'll wear what I want. What were you going to talk about? You said something. About you last night. Being on your own.
Oh, I've kind of just touched on it anyway, haven't I? Not texting anybody, I'm just like happy to be.
When you were at cricket.
Yeah.
And you would.
Yeah, I wasn't socialising. I took myself off into the corner because it was very much like, not that I don't get on with the people there. There wasn't that many people who I knew, to be fair. But I was happy to sort of just sit on my own, and normally I'm really, really I did socialise afterwards, after I'd had 4 beers.
Did you?
Yeah, I went straight in there.
So really, you just went...
No, but I was happy to do that.
Yeah.
Just being like, I'm happy on my own. Not alone. I've not got this like lonely
urge to fill the void.
Whereas normally,
that's growth, isn't it?
You know, I want to text people, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm going with the flow. I'm not saying I'm not dating or anything like that, but I'm just trying to attract.
We say it every people think, hey, what have they attracted this week? Actually, I haven't attracted much this week, to be honest with you. But you know what? Like, Vex King book is here. It's been opened.
It has been opened.
What page are you on? What is it about? It
is very much like that. So like, love attracts love. I've read quite a bit of it.
So yeah, it's just about what you put out there. So I put out, so if you put out negativity, you'll bring negativity. It's about what you project. Is what you'll bring in. And I think it's so true.
It's about like being in a relationship when you're not happy to be on your own, because what you do when you go into a relationship, you ultimately depend on them and crave the love, and because you're not fully, you've got to go into it with this is good, and it might turn into something, and it's about sort of building a healthy relationship rather than I need this person, I need this, I need that.
Energies. It's like just desperate energy.
You've got to go in loving yourself. It is what it is, and if it doesn't turn into anything, then you're happy to just fall back,
We say, it's like the welcome home. Home
it's
group.
very...
It teaches you. It's about learning to love yourself. And I speak to a lot of women as well. I'll preach again about self-worth, and like speaking to another girl last night, and she was going out and she said, oh, but what if, like, do I look good? I said, you've got to own that. You don't need me to, you look good, but you should know that. You know, when you go, you've got to know when you go out on this date that you are the main prize. Actually, he's lucky to take you out. Why are you making out that he's better?
He is better,
This is about, as I said, it's not a him issue. This is you. You need to understand before you date. That do all the work, because what you bring is a lot. And you need to understand that before you go on a date. But if you go in that date with that energy that I'm not
good enough, I aren't enough.
You'll put that out there. Whereas if you go in, and I know it's hard, and self-worth is difficult, and it's hard when you have low self-worth and you've always had it. But you can unravel it and become confident. I haven't always been this confident. I haven't always been had self-worth. I haven't always loved myself. I've absolutely hated myself. I've absolutely not had confidence, not wanted, you know, if I look back at the versions of myself.
Yeah.
So that's why I preach it, because I said to her, you go in that date like you are the main prize and nothing else, because he's very lucky.
Yeah.
And then I spoke to another friend. And
it's about not as well that you're not for everybody as well, and having that. So when I went on that date, I knew that I wasn't for him, and that was okay. I accepted that.
Yeah.
So even because I know what I bring to the table. So if you don't like it, then that is fine. That's fine. Not everyone is for everybody.
No, and I think it's
because I think that does knock you sometimes,
and you've
got to be really, really like,
you've got to know yourself, especially if you're dating. I spoke to my other friend, and it is hard work, you know, trying to date, and you know, thinking, am I good enough, am I not good enough, and I said to my friend, you know, this is a you issue again, and this is like, do that work and understand that actually you will be right for somebody, and if it doesn't work out with somebody, that is okay. But it isn't easy, is it? It's not an easy thing to do if you've you know, but a lot of sitting with yourself, a lot of reading, it comes with time as well. I read, changing the subject, but Mel Robbins, I just listened to this thing about Mel Robbins. She said when a daughter was depressed, she asked it to get a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle, and then on the left side write when she was feeling her happiest, what things did she do in the day. So they were like, get up at 7 a.m, eat healthy food, go to the gym. And then on the right side she said, and what are you doing now? Getting up at midday, eating rubbish food. And she said, well, you need to be doing the left then. Sometimes writing it down as well to see, because sometimes we do get stuck in a rut. I get stuck in a rut sometimes. I get out of my routine. And actually it's perhaps a good thing to do actually. When I was feeling happiest, what things did I do to make myself feel happier? And it's that self-care again. It's actually like eating properly, exercising, it's all them things. So I'll be getting me a piece of paper out when I'm sitting lying down the middle.
Lying down the middle. What was I doing? I was on a sun lounger
in
the Maldives with a cocktail, horizontal. And what you do now? Work, stoke, rain, boring,
life. But yeah, so bit of a mixed week really. But yeah, I'm here for it. We're here for women empowerment. We're here for women being the best versions of themselves. And actually, like, what you see here hasn't always been like this.
No.
It's been hard, and there's still hard times. But we're here for it. We're here for just being the best version of ourselves, which means that we show up better for everybody else. Filling our emotional bucket up with each other. I mean, we must talk that, like, literally, like, honestly, we might just move in together.
I saw a meme, I was going to send it to you, where it said, two best friends go to the gates of heaven, and God gets out their WhatsApp group. No, you're not coming in.
Absolutely. Imagine, good grief. Anybody saw our messages?
I know.
Anyway,
episode 10.
Episode 10, we've made it to double digits. And you know what? I think news is travelling. We're getting a bit more followers.
It's good.
People are talking about it. And do you know what? We just enjoy it. So we're here for it. So she's brought it back out, haven't you?
Red flag, green flag. What you have your red one?
I think I need a red one.
I reckon you're going to go red. Savage red.
I think I'm on a red day.
Everything is going to be red.
You go first.
Okay.
I love it. I just love every second of it. And actually, I think we should ask people to send in the funny stories or a dating story. So if you listen and you've got something that you'd like to share and we can talk about, then send it to us. I mean, I can't wait to scoop the inbox scoop before.
It'd
be me just sending me stories in.
Theo.
He's on here. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Theo. You okay?
Okay,
Right.
we're going to do this now, so.
Don't need to edit it. He's part of the crew.
Part of the crew.
He's the editor. Right, go on then.
No, because you know what I'm like when these drug dealer ones come out. Like, whatever. Drug dealer. Okay, they organise a surprise weekend away and tell me the night before. Would you be stressed? She's just going for the red flag.
Like, I think a person would only do that if they knew the girlfriend or wife or whatever was going to go mad at them.
Yeah.
That's why. But you'd be more fuming if you had kids. I would red flag that. There's no need. That's lack of communication is a big red flag for me.
Yeah.
So,
No.
Are you red flagging that?
Yeah. So I'll put my green flag down. Yeah, I just don't. I like things, not like I like being spontaneous. If I know I've not got the boys, you know, and someone asks me out on a Saturday night, okay, I'll go, fine, but not a weekend away. No.
Unless
I was going told work.
Unless I was going on with them. Like,
yeah.
Crack on, we'll go.
Oh no. Well, that's what it means. Oh, maybe. Yeah. They've organised a surprise weekend, like, for you. They'll tell you the day before.
Oh, so
They're not leaving you. I'd be fuming if they're not taking it with me.
Oh, green flaggies.
Why would you? Are you alright?
Are you alright?
Are you alright with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but Zara, can you have your dog? Can you come and clean my house? I'm going away. That would be you if somebody rang you and said, come on, we're going to Paris. Yeah, bring the kids.
Yeah, up for that. Oh,
yeah, I like spontaneous.
I thought you meant he's going on a lads' weekend away.
Rude. That'd definitely be I'd be green flag. Goodbye. off you pop.
No, but,
have a good time.
Yeah. I think it's not a red flag if they give you. I don't like the lack of, well, why haven't you told me sooner? Do what you please.
Yeah, that's.
If we've got a family and stuff, then.
Yeah, and you've got packets like one with packing.
Yeah. No,
Just
I thought you meant it's going on a lads. So I like this one. I think you'll green flag this.
Okay.
They have a collection of cuddly toys and figurines.
Why? No. Oh no, it stressed me out.
On the bed?
No. Theo's got one on his bed and it annoys me. I'm like,
oh, the boys have got lots. So I thought that'd be cute.
No. A grown man? A grown man with
dolls and figurines?
I mean, Nan used to have them.
No.
I mean, it's not an issue. Just don't invite me round. I just shifted all them off the bed.
Imagine his spare bed, went to the spare bedroom.
Yeah, because some people do collect, like, you know, if you're into like Marvel and things like that, I get it, and it's fine. Just don't, not Teddy's on the bed.
Not even, maybe a special one just for you.
Yeah, a giant size. Only if it's a giant size Teddy of me. That they can hug when I'm not there.
That's a good idea.
I know it is.
Actually.
I might send them a few people. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Have one.
I'm in me inner.
He's this version.
So he's this version of me.
Stuff.
Yeah, stuff one. Rolling. Good, great. Right. I'm not even reading that. This is red flag for me. They have a drink after work every night. That's me.
You have to have a green flag for that.
I know. Green flag.
No,
absolutely
I mean,
fine. People have a stressful day.
Each to their own, isn't it? I mean, do
Yeah.
you know what? Like, some people like it, some people don't. You love it.
Yeah, I like a nice wine just to de-stress. Sometimes I don't every day. Like if I've had just like a busy day at work and things, there's nothing better than just sitting down and having a wine.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So my next one is, so they confront a person who flirts with you at the bar.
No. Red flag.
Red flag?
Yeah. I don't like confrontation.
Oh, we don't. We know that.
I don't like confrontation. And I always think like, you know, like when people say, oh, he's called you fit or something like that. It's like, but is that not okay because I'm yours?
Yeah, and if you're secure in
if
yourself.
If you're secure in yourself.
No man would even.
Yeah, I think it would give me like jealous vibes and things like that. It's a bit like.
No, thank you.
I'll be flirting back. Be having a go at me. Flirting with you for? You ain't flirting with me. Flirting with him. Okay. They ask if they can use my toothbrush as they've forgotten theirs.
Shut up.
No,
That's
unhygienic. I mean, Sarah doesn't even use the lipstick and boots.
Oh no, all them slimy wet lips.
Why would you? I'd be more concerned if you asked me to borrow. Like, just go home and just don't brush your teeth.
Or just go to the shop like. I mean, there's sharing things and there's sharing things.
Yeah.
Like, no, because your toothbrush is your toothbrush.
I know, and it's been in your mouth with all your saliva. Oh no. It make me... I mean, he could. If he wanted to do that, then he could. But it'd go in the bin. It would go in the bin after. I'd chuck the toothbrush away. I wouldn't then put it back in my mouth. If he wants it after I've used it, fine.
Why would somebody want to do that anyway?
No. I'd rather just not brush my teeth until I've left.
What's the urgency?
What's the urgency? It's all right, it's all your teeth fall out.
In 1 hour.
I know. Just don't come near me with your dog breath.
Stay in the other room.
Stay over there. I'd just be like, no, go home and get it.
They don't like me hanging out with their friends.
In what way, I guess?
I suppose, yeah, like if you just tag along all the time and it's because you don't be away from
different,
them. But if but no, I think the guy that you're with should be happy to be there, but not all the time.
Not all the time, no.
You know,
I mean, you'd be weird if you wanted to do that, not secure in yourself.
Play
if you
football
needed
and you're on
to
the sideline as a cheerleader. To go to the pub and then you just
Yeah, I'm getting that pub. Same one.
And that comes like with a lot of insecurity, doesn't it? If you
it just gives that. It just gives that insecurity vibe, and that ain't me.
But yeah, I'm okay with that.
No, I'd like to go, and I think it's nice, you know, if you go for spend time with the friends. Like I would expect it. You know, I used to do things.
Yeah, but not like,
not in a week.
Going football tonight. Yeah, I'm coming. Got my football.
Yeah, tag on.
No.
You would literally be a tag on.
No, thank you.
No.
They are the first person on the dance floor and they take me with them. Oh, I'd marry him. I'd love anybody who just loves a good time.
Yeah.
Get me on that dance floor. I'd like, when I meet somebody next, to go dance lessons and learn dancing. My friend said she's doing it with her boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a place in Stone, it's a bar.
Yeah.
And then they've got a big dance floor and they do dance lessons. So
What sort of dancing? Like dirty dancing?
Like a bit of salsa.
Salsa.
A bit of, proper like rock and roll or something like that. Swinging
Imagine.
up and down. Absolutely. Imagine. Just imagine me now, can't you?
I kind of got visions of you blessed with your dress. While you're spinning around.
It's happening. I mean, manifest that.
Manifest it.
Actually, that bar.
You'd be coming in with that, what's his name? Pineapple Studios guy. That's who you'll be manifesting into your life.
But that pub in Stone, maybe we could just...
maybe we could go.
Actually, we'll do that and we'll go there. They do classes.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have a look.
We have to... I can't say that. Want people to know that we... like... We're single.
Oh, right. Got you. Not together. We're not together. Not together. People probably will think about that. Last one.
Is this mine?
Yeah, go on, because I've not got another one.
They buy several new Lego sets every year. Whatever. That keeps you happy.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, as long as they don't go on, like, it's nice looking, they can stay out, but... No.
Oh no, I'd have to put them away.
What, some people like putting them in shelves and like cabinets.
Not in my house. In their house. Not in my house. I won't even let the kids put theirs out.
What
Break it up now, please. No. But it's fine for somebody to say, I love doing Lego, to be fair, with the boys. Freddie loves it and he's 17. Loves a Lego.
He'll kill you for that.
I know. He does. Theo had one. What did he have? He had like a big Marvel house for Christmas. And he started doing it and he got a bit bored of it. Freddie literally blitzed it in an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
I
loves
mean,
it.
it's dead therapeutic,
I
isn't
like it, yeah. It's just when you put it in the wrong place and you've got to get it out. But there's them tools now, isn't it? I'm like that with my teeth.
Anyway, do you know what? This is the longest one. 50,
Oh yeah?
50
Well,
minutes.
it's because it was 10, we said that there was going to be a special.
So we brought the game out, but I think we've used all them cards now.
Yeah, probably.
So
we need a new game.
So we need people's dating stories, life stories, funny stories.
Funny stories, yeah.
Absolutely funny stories, and we'll read them out.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about them and laugh about them. And a game, what game can we play? I mean, there's games, but they're a bit, we have to be PG. This is the thing, we've got that other game, but it's a bit much, isn't it?
They were the dark cards though.
Oh,
so I think there is normal ones in there, but we'll have to have a look through.
Yeah, we'll have a look through.
See if they're a vibe.
I'm back at work tomorrow. Yeah.
Sunday?
24
It
hours.
freaked me out
Just
then,
let you
wasn't
know
it?
it's 24 hours.
Oh God.
I do sleep for 8 of them
Yeah.
most of the time. So yeah, and I think next week, oh God, it's going to be positive.
Yeah, positive week. Well, I'm going Benner's on Friday.
You're not?
I am.
Oh, is it that soon?
Yeah.
Oh, Zara.
I know.
Are you excited?
I'm really excited, you know.
Friday till?
Monday.
You're going out, what time are you going Friday?
Oh, well, I'm staying at Katie's house now the night before because I've not, Theo's dad's going to have him from school on Thursday.
I can't wait to hear about it. I mean, I will know all the information over the weekend.
4:30, the flight.
Do you know what? Just enjoy it for what it is.
I know. It's what it is.
And take the microphones.
Yes, we've found them there.
Leaflets.
My fancy dress outfit's come, I'm absolutely fuming. Oh, God. It's 70s, it's not even 70s. I was like, listen, it ain't the 70s. It's something that I wouldn't wear, so in my eyes, it's fancy dress.
Anyway.
It's like flare, so I think it's like a bit hippie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going out dressed like an absolute loon.
Oh, we're going sunbathe
yeah,
now.
So we're going to go sunbathe.
In a bikini.
Try to get a little tan.
Enjoy
it's quite breezy, to be fair.
Just get me on that lawn.
I know.
You can cut that grass, actually. Cut it round me while I lie there.
No.
Anyway, see you next week.
Yes, next week.
Oh, actually, we'll have to pre-record. We'll record. I mean, I've got to do all the work then for ready for Sunday.
I know.
And then the following week, I cannot wait. We should do a live.
I'll be
We should do a
still
live.
asleep. I've got to work away as well. The couple of days after.
Really?
Yeah.
Perhaps do you good.
Neil said where I was going then, I'm not allowed to tell him. I'm going.
Right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.